and Condor, specialist to India, Africa, Middle East and South America. For worldwide flights, contact 439-4444 or caribjet.com.
Progressive, I'm so excited. I can't hide it. The new blast jackpot rising, and I like it. It going up and up and up and up and up, blast up and up and up and up and up and up.
Play selected games to win in the Blast Mystery Progressive. Pick until you match 3 gems and win one of the 5 cash jackpots. Or you can blast up with the Mystery Progressive jackpot.
It going up and up and up and up and up, blast up and up and up. Blast gaming.
Meet Wade. Wade washes his car once a week. He uses his hose because he thinks it takes less time than using a bucket. Wade uses a considerable amount of water in the 30 minutes he takes to wash his car. He has no idea how much water he uses or how much it costs.
I do a wash down every week. It's important to keep your wheels looking nice. As they say, cleanliness is next to godliness. Seriously, I'm a busy man, so I prefer to use a hose. Everything is right where you need it. And in 30 minutes, I'm done. As you know, time is money.
Wade's free-flowing hose uses approximately 10 gallons of water a minute. Wow. Yes, that's 300 gallons in 30 minutes. Meet Wendy. Wendy uses a bucket and a hose to wash her car. She uses her bucket to soap and her hose to rinse. She thinks it takes her a little longer to wash her car that way, but she's absolutely sure that she saves on her water bill.
Our car gets washed every week, and we do it at home. Either the boys do it or I do it. Sometimes we do it together. Either way, we have a formula. A quick spray to wet the whole thing down. A bucket to wash the body first, then tires. Having a clean car is nice, but water is essential. We do not waste it.
Wendy's use of a controlled hose with a bucket takes approximately 115 gallons of water in the same 30 minutes. Meet William. Wet or dry season. William uses 3 buckets of water to wash his car, also once a week. It takes him exactly 30 minutes to complete the task, and he is sure of his monthly savings on his water bill.
I will always look for ways to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Washing the car using buckets is something I have always done because I know water is hard to get. Water is so precious. No way am I going to waste it on washing a car. Around here, The challenge for water usage is how low can you go?
He consistently uses 3 buckets of water, which is only 15 gallons of water to get the job done. Are you Wade? Are you Wendy? Are you William? Do good for the planet while doing right by your budget. Save water, save money. This awareness initiative is part of activities under the Climate Resilient Water sector in Grenada. The project is funded by the Green Climate Fund, the German government, and the government of Grenada.
The hurricane season happens every year. We at Grenlec are always conscious of how we maintain our system, always be mindful of how we can have it ready to withstand hurricanes. That's why we have a continuous improvement mindset for our system, continuously maintaining our system, what we refer to in this industry as hardening our system. However, in January, we go through our hurricane manual. We review that with all of our staff members, so each of us know what is our response, what are our roles in terms of preparing for the hurricane season. That's prior to the hurricane season, during the hurricane, and even after the passage of a hurricane. So we know what our response and roles would be. We continuously maintain our systems throughout the year. Vegetation management in terms of tree trimming, tree cutting. We do appeal to our customers, landowners, that if they have trees that are growing close to our power lines, to allow us to cut them, to have a look at them, so we can prevent these unnecessary outages during this time. So for this hurricane season, we urge all of our customers, all of the Grenadian public, to be prepared, to be ready, so that you can have the right response should we have a hurricane this season.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
This is the MTV Evening News for Thursday, the 20th of June. The news headlines are in association with Quartz Grenada Limited.
At Quartz Optical, 2 are better than 1. Be always ready for the occasions with a second pair of eyewear. Find your fit with a pair. Get 50% off on all men's frames and sunglasses, plus 30% off all other purchases. Ray-Ban, Armani, Converse, Vogue, and much more. Get that frame today. Shop with no cash and pay later. Plus, you can book your eye examination appointment online today on www.quartzoptical.com. Only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see.
Coming up in the news this evening, Lauriston Airport to be renamed. Agricultural officials invest in food security. Consultations held ahead of the establishment of disability policy. And in sport, top goalkeeper coaches receive global training. Now the details to those and other stories when we return right after the break, and that is right here on MTV.
The first segment of the MTV Evening News comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union. With you wherever your road leads.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Good evening, I'm Tony Julian with the details. In a significant development, government has signaled its intention to rename the airport on the sister isle of Carriacou, pending the completion of preparations for night landings. But let's get more in this report.
Member of Parliament for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs, Honorable Tevin Andrews, recently announced that government plans to rename the Lauriston Airport to the H.A. Blaise Airport. This will be done once ongoing preparations to accommodate night landings has been completed, which will mark a significant development for the sister isle. Andrews made the announcement during Wednesday's town hall meeting held at the Hillsborough Government School, Carriacou, the third in a series marking the NDC's administration's second year in office.
So the intention is, when we could accommodate the night landing, the first plane will be loaded with the government official, including the Prime Minister and others. We land on the H.A. Blaise Airport, and we officially open and launch and bless and everything. That's the intention. So there you have it. Breaking news.
Prime Minister Honorable Dickon Mitchell stated that he fully endorses the idea by MP Tevin Andrews to have the airport renamed after former Prime Minister and now deceased Carriacou native Herbert A. Blaise. He also disclosed that preliminary work has begun to accommodate night landings at the airport, which will be a first for the sister isle.
I shared with the MP a detailed schedule provided by the Grenada Airports Authority on ongoing work to make sure that we can fly into Carriacou at night on a plane. The time has come. Carriacou can't be a country where you only get to in the day by air. Right? The time has come for us to be able to operate the airport at night.
Government will also seek to retrofit the terminal, Mitchell revealed. However, consideration must be given for the airport to be on par with its counterpart on mainland Grenada.
Outside of landing, the night landing, we are looking at how we can improve the terminal, improve the amenities for the users of the airport. Right? So this is important to us as well, and so we are committed to making sure that not just you have the night landing, but that the overall amenities at the airport are improved. And in the medium term, we have to also be in a position where if we are going to support the increased economic development, we have to make a decision of whether we get a brand new airport or whether we extend the runway. That is going to require your input. It's going to require your yay or nay in terms of the recommendation.
Our news team reached out to MP Andrews on Thursday, who confirmed that plans have already been set in motion for more personnel, including an additional fire tender and other requirements for night landings. They are optimistic that the first night landing will occur during the last quarter of 2024 or the first quarter in the new year. For MTV News, Troy Gill.
The addition of a new midweek flight, meanwhile, between mainland Grenada and the sister isle of Carriacou is expected to enhance connectivity between the islands. According to the Grenada Tourism Authority, the flight operated by SVG Air will begin on the 3rd of July using a Twin Otter 19-seater aircraft. The new flight, which will operate weekly, will provide an additional travel option along with the existing Monday, Tuesday, and Friday to Sunday service. CEO of the Grenada Tourism Authority, Petro Roach, highlights that this new flight addition is another step in promoting the unique experiences that await on the sister isles.
This means that we will now have an operation which is 6 days a week. So Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays, making that travel and convenience between the Tri-Island states that much easier. Again, we have seen that there has been an increased demand especially around the Spice Mass period, and especially against the backdrop that we are promoting the Carriacou Carnival Cool Down, which is really the opportunity that persons, after all the hectic of Spice Mass, can go to Carriacou for rest and relaxation. So we know that that is eagerly anticipated.
Roach says travelers can look forward to a seamless journey, enjoying the scenic 20-minute flight with a schedule designed to cater to the needs of both business and leisure travelers. Key stakeholders within the Ministry of Agriculture, Lands, Fisheries and Cooperatives engaged in a small delegation, or they had that small delegation from the European Union, EU, in a fact-finding mission earlier this week. The key was to properly implement programs which will aid in food safety and security, as we hear now from Akela Aberdeen.
Team leader for governance, security and human development of the European Union delegation to the Eastern Caribbean states, Dr. Florian Luteken, said the project's objective is to foster cooperation between the European Union, Grenada and other OECS countries to find ways to improve citizens' diets and ensure security in the agricultural sector.
How to support smallholder farmers, how to improve nutrition, school feeding programs, how to make sure that our children eat better and healthier foods and have better diets. So the next step is now we have exchanged some ideas, and the next step is now to translate this into concrete activities and actions, so to agree what will be done, for example, to improve school feeding programs, what will be done to bring in more technology in agriculture, for example, hydroponics or aquaponics, to bring in technology from Europe to support the farmers here.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Isaac Bagwan, terms his ministry as the backbone of the nation.
So this meeting is more or less like a scoping mission, looking at the whole area of food safety and food security. And as such, the key stakeholders within the Ministry of Agriculture were brought together so that we could look and see what is happening, where the gaps are, and how can we benefit from this particular project. Of course, looking at the institutional arrangements, the issues of procurement, the issues of rules and regulations, the issues of policies and gaps, etc. So it is really scoping and to be able to look at how we can put whatever structure we need to put in place so that we could benefit from this fund.
The project, valued at approximately 19 million euros or 55 million EC dollars, is expected to commence in January 2025 and continue for a 4-year period. According to Bagwan, his ministry intends to continue ongoing initiatives until the start of the project.
Well, we do have some ongoing initiative, obviously, within the Ministry of Agriculture. So it is not like reinventing the wheel. What we would do from our perspective is to look at where the gaps are and to see how this project could fill the gaps. So, of course, funding may give you enough funds to do a particular area or component, but obviously you may not be able to take it to the end. And as such, that is what we intend to do.
Several departments in the Ministry of Agriculture, Lands, Fisheries and Cooperatives are expected to benefit from the project. Reporting for MTV News, I am Akela Aberdeen.
Government officials are spearheading efforts to establish a national disability policy and strategic action plan through a series of consultations and town hall meetings aimed at fostering inclusive development across all sectors. We hear more on this from Troy Gill.
The Division of Gender and Family Affairs within the Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs is hosting a series of consultations and town hall meetings with stakeholders geared toward the development of a national disability policy and strategic action plan. This endeavor seeks to create the institutional framework for disability integration and inclusion that is intentional and strategic across all sectors. Our news team spoke with a senior program officer in the Division of Gender and Family Affairs, Center Alexis, during one of the consultations held at the Grenada Youth Center on Wednesday. She highlighted some of the key focal points they anticipate will be reflected in the policy once it is developed and approved by Cabinet.
Because we ratified the convention, the UN Convention for the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, there are certain articles within that convention that we need to make sure that we have alignment, and that would include education, health, how do they realize the human rights, the inalienable human rights, have that voice within society. So these are some of the key elements.
Consultant with United Nations Development Program Barbados, Candice Ramazad, highlighted the importance of a consultative approach which ensures concerns and recommendations made by stakeholders guides the development of the policy.
Policy development, I think both UNDP and the government of Grenada value stakeholder engagement and consultations. It makes more effective policies, and policies that are more applicable to the local concerns. Yes, so the stakeholders would have identified some of the issues that are of concern to them, and also in some cases stress the ranking or the prioritizing of some of the issues in terms of development of the action plan.
One of the participants and Director of Mental Health and Substance Use in the Ministry of Mental Health is Josh Hector.
I do like the fact that it was brought home just in terms of the data in Grenada, how many persons are actually living with disability in Grenada. Notice I said living with and not suffering from. Persons are living with disability, which it was an eye-opener in terms of the data that was presented. And then we are now transitioning to establishing potential strategies to actually make provisions for persons who are living with disabilities.
Town hall meetings will be held on Thursday and Friday from 5 p.m. at the Lorena Hotel and the Grenville SDA Church, respectively, with the public, to solicit their input towards shaping a comprehensive policy for Grenada. For MTV News, Troy Gill.
The Challenge Fund Agriculture, CFA, which is part of the Grenada Climate Resilient Water Sector in Grenada project G-Cruise, is moving forward to ensure that farmers receive their cash disbursements to begin implementing water-efficient solutions on their farms. This is being implemented by the Grenada Development Bank, GDB, in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands. We have more in this report.
The Challenge Fund Agriculture Initiative, CFA, promotes the adaptation of water-efficient solutions in the agriculture sector, using grants to facilitate water audits, solution design and implementation, including incentivizing the purchase of water-efficient equipment. Communications Officer at the Grenada Development Bank is Rhea Murray.
We are happy to note that the Challenge Fund for Agriculture, which is part of the G-Cruise project, is moving ahead, and farmers have already begun receiving their disbursements under the program to enable them to purchase water-efficient solutions for their farms. And what this will lead to is a more resilient agricultural sector, one that is less prone to adverse environmental impacts.
Murray stated that the initiative aims at laying the groundwork for a more resilient water sector, minimizing adverse environmental impacts, while conserving water, a precious resource.
We have seen thus far what has been happening throughout the drought season and the impact that it has had on the agricultural sector. So we're really looking forward to the benefits coming from this program that will enable us to have a more resilient agricultural sector.
Additionally, she is encouraging farmers who have been approved for rainwater harvesting grants to submit updated supply quotations together with the required accompanying documentation to the Ministry of Agriculture for review and approval.
The bulk procurement framework for the purchase of irrigation equipment was recently tendered, and it is expected that a contract will be issued within 1 month for the equipment. To the farmers who have requested shade houses, an update will be forthcoming soon.
Thus far, more than 220 water audits have been conducted on farms. Sessions with farmers in various agricultural districts commenced in 2023, in which they were provided with designs, detailed technical specifications, bale quantities, and a contract award form, among others. For MTV News, Kayla Flavany.
That's the first segment of the Evening News Thursday. We'll be back with you after the break.
The first segment of the MTV Evening News came to you in association with Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous, with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240.
If you're 62 or older and own your home, learn how you can access a portion of your home equity to give you cash. A reverse mortgage can put more money in your pocket by eliminating your monthly mortgage payments, paying off higher interest credit cards, and covering medical costs.
Look, AAG can show you how a reverse mortgage loan uses your built-up home equity to give you tax-free cash for almost anything you might need.
Just eliminating the mortgage payment freed up a lot of cash for us.
I get to go and do what I want, when I want.
AAG customers talked about the counseling they got along the way, so they know how a reverse mortgage works and how their home could help pay them back when they need it the most.
I have no worries anymore.
The fact that we're still in this home means so much.
It's done everything for us that we hoped it would do for us.
Call now to receive your free no-obligation info kit. The kit shows you how to get you the cash you need using your home's equity with a reverse mortgage. Find out how your home can start taking care of you. Call 800-721-0756.
The worry every single month to make that payment was gone.
Our customers' homes are taking care of them. Maybe your home could do the same for you.
Call AAG, the country's #1 reverse mortgage lender, and get your free info kit. Call 800-721-0756. 800-721-0756.
BK melts full of flame grilled layers. Meet the new Philly, it's stacked with flavor. Juicy beef and melty cheese. All these toppings will make you say sheesh. BK, have it your way.
This will be the last moment you ever think of soda as being a dirty word. Soda! And that's because this soda, Poppy, has none of the bad stuff. Instead, it has all of the flavor. The future of soda is now, and it's called Poppy.
He's a greedy, annoying little devil, and the only way to win is avoid the whammy. Press your luck. Next.
Welcome back to Split Second. Now it's time for the countdown round, and that's going to determine who will win this game.
Each of you has been assigned a number based on your performance so far in the game. Michael, in first place, you're only going to need 4 correct answers to win the game outright. Brianna, in second place, you're going to need 6 correct answers. Andre, in third place, you'll need 8 correct answers. Questions are just like before, but this time, if you get it right, I'm going to let you just keep on guessing until you either get one wrong or you run the board. Every time you get one right, I'm going to count that little number down by 1, and the first person to hit 0 wins the game. Also wins $1,000 and the chance to play for $10,000. If you understood all that, let's play the countdown round. Here's your first question. Who is Julia Roberts' leading man in this movie? Ticket to Paradise, Notting Hill, The Mexican. Michael.
Ticket to Paradise, George Clooney.
Keep going.
Notting Hill, Hugh Grant.